A very long time ago, in a village called Wook, the village was beautiful with snow everywhere. Tier igloos were made of snow. The villages were beautiful and extremely cold. There, in the village, lived a girl named Sana, who was the chief's daughter. Sana was in love with a handsome hunter called Akka. This is Akka, indeed he is handsome. What's there not to love? He lived in another village called Warsuk. These two villages of Akka and Sana did not get along because they were always competing. In Akka's village of Warsuk, they would wake up and get to their business as usual. It was this day that Akka decided to go ask for Sana's hand in marriage. This is Chief Akimiu, Sana's dad, who is really wealthy. He is aware of the relationship between Aka and Sana and doesn't like it very much. Aka got to the village early and decided to spend time with Sana before going to her dad to ask for her daughter's hand in marriage. Aka met Chief Akimiu and made his intentions known, but the chief said no and that he needed to think about it, and that he should return in a month's time. Aka continued his normal life hunting and fishing, waiting for the days to pass so he can return and ask for his beloved hand in marriage. 1 month came and Akka returned to Chief Amiyuku for an answer. He was with a friend. They told him the only way to get Sana's hand in marriage was to bring a rare flower called Dino that bloomed under the glow of the northern lights. He headed back home dismayed because that flower was very rare and hadn't bloomed in centuries. In other words, the chief did not want Akka to marry Sana, and he knew Chief Akimiu's friend gave him that outrageous idea. Since the chief did not want Akka to marry Sana, he had a conversation with his friend who told him to request that from Aka because, guess what? That Dino flower did not bloom anymore. It had been centuries and it was good as a myth. Nonetheless, Aka embarked on the journey to find the Dino flower that bloomed under the northern lights. Sana was sad and prayed that he found that flower. She looked sad daily, preparing meals on the edge of her home, wondering into the distance if Akka was returning. It was weeks now, but Sana did not lose hope. Sometimes she would be happy, and other times she would get sad, but she had her sister to comfort her and cheer her on. Other days she would talk her dad about why that Dino flower was necessary, and the dad would give an excuse. With time, she realized her dad didn't need the flower, and it was just an excuse not to marry her to Akka. It so had happened that Aka walked and walked, and he couldn't find that Dino flower. He got under the northern lights and began to paint the Dino flower, which came to life. When Chief Akimiu told him to journey to find the flower, Akka told his grandmother, who knew that quest will be fruitless. Instead, she gave Akka a magic paintbrush. As long as Akka got to where the northern lights were, and painted the Dino flower, it would come to life. Akka couldn't believe his eyes. He was very excited because he knew at last Sana would be his. Aka hurriedly journeyed back home, super excited. The journey back home wasn't easy. It was extremely cold. Sana was waiting for her beloved each day and night. She was confident that Akka would bring back the rare Dino flower. The following day was a beautiful morning in Nuuk. Akka got to Chief Akimiu early in the morning. The chief, who was not perturbed, was happy to see Akka because he knew there was no way he could have found the flower. He was shocked when Aka handed him the rare Dino flower. He rejected it and said that he would still not allow his daughter Sana to marry him. Aka was devastated. Sana ran to him and her father and told her dad that his word was his bond. The chief had no option but to let Aka and Sana marry. They ran into each other's arms and kissed. Everyone in the village was indeed happy about the union. Aka and Sana had a huge, beautiful wedding and lived happily ever after with lots of peace and harmony.